Now, in this module, you will see cross-cultural couples from an other angle. You set aside national identity. You can be similar, if not on national identity, you can be similar on non-national identity. Cross-cultural couples also show cultural closeness through non-national identities. So these are, first of all, we see different types of these non-national identities. The frequent non-national identities are age, your age is the same, your class is the same, education and profession is the same. Second non-national identity can be less frequent, and they include your shared hobbies, and you may be liberal, you both may be liberal, you both may be religious minded. The third, you both have political identities, same political ideas. So these are less frequent national identities. The third is most frequent national identities. They include your ancestry, above ajdad, common root, and values, outlook of life, ideology, etc. are the same. Personality is the same, right? And bilingualism. You both are able to speak each other's language. So these are most frequent national identities, and on the basis of these identities, cross-cultural couples can build up their identity, shared identity, through their talk. How it happens, I will show you through, again, dialogues which are selected from Dr. Pillar's research. Now, ancestry. We will take only the last group of identities which are most frequent. The first was, we are similar. Why? Because our ancestors are the same. Okay, this is the dialogue. I always went along. See, these beginning dots show pause, and there is small hyphens. If you see these dialogues, small hyphens, they show interruptions, pauses, short pauses, and see here in these two dialogues, they are very common. I always went along. See this hyphen. The sentence is not complete. There is pause. Got along very well with English people, and I think, being of Norwegian ancestry, Norwegian and English people have an awful lot in common. We have the same ancestry. So they start their talk with common ancestry right at the beginning. The first speaker highlights this. This is the way it happens. And the other person responds, well, I think that the Norwegian language is actually a mixture of English and German, right? So even our language is mixture. So our languages are similar. They have some similarity. So the other person says, Solvig, that's right. But now here is overlapping. So this is the second person, Gerhard. She interrupts the first speaker and adds that plus some Scandinavian mixed into it. Okay, so our language is English plus German plus Scandinavian. So actually what the couple is doing, they are trying to prove that our roots, our languages, our cultures are the same. We belong to the same ancestry, so we are similar. Second point is, we are similar as we have same outlook of life. Our values are the same. So here is a speaker. I'd say we both grew up quite similarly, although like from similar families and so on. The cultural differences aren't that big with us because we both grew up in the country, small family. These are fillers. Always attended church, and yeah, really, we grew up really similarly. So throughout this time, this person talks about similarities of culture and language and home environment, upbringing, etc., etc. So values, religious values, cultural values, they are the same. So that's why we are similar. Similar personalities. So two couples can have a joint identity if their personality is the same. For example, Maren. But then I meant, I don't think that we saw each other as Englishman and German woman, that I am an Englishman and you are a German woman. We never see ourselves like this. It was just two people. I mean, it was Dennis and Maren. So we are similar individuals. This is what matters. What is our country? What is our culture? What is our root? This, all these things don't matter. So this is identity on the basis of personalities. We are similar. We can speak both languages. Both languages means each other's language. So we are the same. Yeah, I think definitely culture-wise it makes no difference at all. I think for us language-wise, I mean you speak enough English, I speak enough German, that doesn't affect our relationship. Maybe if we could only communicate in one language, say we always talk English, say I couldn't speak German at all, that would be more difficult, but it doesn't affect us. So another national identity, a non-national identity, is that we are similar because we are bilingual, we can speak each other's languages. See this couple, one belongs to England, the other belongs to German. They speak two different languages. But see, if you read this third line, Jill says, I mean, you speak enough English and I speak enough German. We can speak in both languages. We are bilingual. So maybe sometimes, he says, if we could only communicate in one language, say we always talk in English, and because I am not comfortable with German, for example, so the other person says, so then Jill says that there is no problem for us if one of us cannot speak German well. If we can only talk in one language instead of two languages. So from bilingual we can become monolingual even, so that we are similar. So language doesn't matter, it doesn't become a barrier in relationship. We are similar but cannot speak both languages. Now this is another case. This is problem. They are similar in spite of the fact that they cannot speak each other's languages. This is different from the previous case. Stephen, for example, I feel most comfortable with English and I feel very fortunate to have this is unfinished and then comes to. The person wanted to utter to. First, this is spoken language, so it is script of spoken language, and I feel very fortunate to have to be able to always speak it. I always speak it in English. I am comfortable with it. Really, no. I mean, it's like if I don't know if I would still I wouldn't be probably nearly as happy I'm here in Germany if I only. Now see, there is a lot of pauses and hesitations. This is part of spoken language. You all know this. So the point is that he says that I can speak in English, but I can't speak in Germany. The other person's language is this person cannot communicate in other person's, the partner's language. So even then, at the end, he says that there is no problem. Nearly as happy I'm here in Germany if I only speak in English. Even then, I am happy in Germany. Okay. Here, bilingualism doesn't mean they can speak dominant language of the country where they marry. No, no. This is essential to understand the difference, how we are using this term bilingualism in this whole talk. It doesn't mean that they can speak dominant language of the country where they are going to be married. No, they are bilingual in the sense whether they can talk in each other's language. So we conclude bilingual cross-cultural couples compare themselves with national and non-national identities, but sometimes it is difficult for them to cross national identities. So they then move to non-national identities so that they prove their similarity. And on the basis of similarities, they can construct their shared identity.